Hi, Flying Horse Farms friends. I am back. This is Cricket, and I am here today wanting to talk to you all about self-care and what does that mean. So I know that we are all stuck inside right now doing things that are out of our comfort zone, a little bit unusual for all of us. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about what self-care is and how we can practice self-care at home and in our communities. So just to start us off, I thought that I would share what self-care is, because I know sometimes we share that term self-care thinking everyone knows what that means, and sometimes it might seem a little obvious, but what it is it's taking an active role, so being an active participant in making sure that you're caring for your well-being and your happiness. And there's a lot of different ways that we can do that. And so I thought today we would just chat through a couple of ways that I like to engage in self-care and maybe come up with some ideas that might be helpful that you can try as well. You never know what's going to work, so trying all different types of self-care to find what works best for you is definitely a fun and challenging thing to do. So today I want to focus on 3 types of self-care. I want to focus on physical self-care, mental self-care, and emotional self-care. Those are 3 really important things to me and things that I love to focus on when I'm working on self-care. So let's start with physical self-care. Things that I like to do for physical self-care are walking my dog, Ray. She makes me really happy. And we go on 3 or 4 walks a day for about 15 minutes each. Yesterday we went on one really long walk that took us about 45 minutes, and I came back just feeling so refreshed and full of just excitement and ready just to continue on my evening and have a really successful night with Ray, who was worn out, which was great. Another thing that I like to do for physical self-care is dancing. I love doing the camp dances. I love following along with Alexa and all the guests who've been teaching us. My favorite dance is definitely Reach for the Stars, or Better When I'm Dancing with the clicking. I love a good snap. So those are things that I like to do to stay physically active and take care of myself when I am stuck inside. When I'm not around inside and I'm doing self-care, physical self-care outside of the home, I really like to go on a lot of hikes. I like to go swimming. I like to take bike rides. I like to do all kinds of things in my community that keep me going and keep my body moving. It's really, really important to keeping me happy and keeping my energy levels really high and keeping me ready to focus on whatever task I have coming next. So those are things that I like to do for my physical well-being, both during this time and when we are back allowed in our communities visiting with our friends. So for the next one, I'll talk about emotional well-being. There are a lot of different things that we can do for emotional well-being. I know a lot of my friends like to journal. Discussing emotions through writing is really helpful and therapeutic for a lot of people. I haven't found a lot of benefit in journaling, but I have tried a few times. Another thing that I like to do though is, or something that I like to do is a gratitude expression. So at night, sometimes I like to share 3 things that I'm grateful for throughout the day. So something that happened that I found that I was really proud of, something that was maybe exciting, something that I didn't realize that I needed in my life that came into my life. Just things that I'm grateful for help me to go through some emotions from the day and help me process what's been happening. I like to be social. So this time has been really challenging, but I found ways through technology that I can reach out to family and friends and kind of share what's been going on throughout my day, because verbal expression is really helpful for me. Working emotions out by talking has been great. And then also just taking a moment to myself, allowing myself to just kind of be alone and breathe and acknowledge that whatever I'm feeling is okay and that I can work through it. So for our last bit of self-care, that's mental. And for my mental self-care, I love, love, love a good bubble bath. Taking a bath is just a way that I find that my body fully allows itself to just be at peace. I can read a book, I can watch funny videos, I can just sit quietly. It's something that I find the most peace throughout my day when I'm in the bathtub. I find myself going to the bath when I'm stressed or anxious or worried or scared. I find myself going there when I'm happy and just wanting to relax. I think that that's my greatest piece of self-care is my baths. So I encourage you all to try that out as well. Another one that I really like to do is guided meditations and listening to soft music. If you can find time throughout your day to do those things, that's wonderful. I did a guided meditation last week from Green Child Magazine that I encourage you all to go and listen to or read to each other, read to your family, and it kind of helps just take your mind off of everything that's going on. I have a lot of tips and tricks for self-care, things that people like to do, such as running, coloring, arts and crafts. I love making cards. I've been sending a lot of snail mail cards to my friends. All kinds of good things that we can do. So I challenge all of you to try a couple new things in self-care. Figure out what works for you, for your physical, your emotional, and your mental well-being. What are some active things that you're doing and trying that you found that work or maybe don't work? And I want you to comment below and share with me what those things are so we can all try each other's out. We can learn new things. We can try new things. We can learn about ourselves and what works and what doesn't. There's no wrong way to do self-care. I think it's really important that we're all just focusing on the fact that we need to be working on ourselves and we need to be working on taking care of our own bodies and minds and spirits during this really tricky time. So I'm so excited to hear and read what all of you have been trying for your self-care, and let me know if anything that I shared in this video works well for you. I look forward to talking with you guys again soon. Have a good day.